On the 15th of March 2025, a pair of Italian researchers, during a conference focused on some of the pyramids at Giza, unveiled revelations about mysteries that had remained hidden beneath these pyramids for millennia. They constructed pipe-like formations beneath the monumental structures. An extensive system of tunnels and passageways was identified. Imagine an area equivalent to two football fields. That's all it takes to begin to comprehend the scale. The larger the inner chamber, the greater the intensity of the effect. This incredible assertion has sent waves across the digital world. Individuals still intrigued by the pyramids were stirred deeply. It was once thought that the tomb belonging to pharaohs was situated 2 kilometers away. A labyrinth of tunnels was traced all the way to the base. This suggested an alternative function for the pyramids. But the question remains, how much credibility do these statements hold? Are the pyramids merely relics of a long-gone civilization? Were these monuments truly the burial places of Egyptian pharaohs, or were they something else entirely? Their purpose might have extended beyond anything humanity could imagine. Television footage has once more revisited these wonders. The stillness that pervades the Sahara Desert hides a specific location where it feels as if time itself has frozen. Three stone deities of Kemet reside there. These ancient mountains have stood unmoved for thousands of years, unshaken by either storms or the passage of time. Though powerful winds may cause minor damage, the legendary pyramids built by Khufu and Khafra, along with Menkaure, harbor some of the deepest enigmas in all of human history. Consider this. You are standing amid structures that remain perfectly motionless, constructed stone by stone, each stone as heavy as a modern bulldozer or 20-foot container filled to capacity, with a single pyramid comprising around 2.3 million stones, all erected without the benefit of modern cranes. The Giza pyramids represent not only the heritage of Egypt, but also an unsolved riddle dating back 4,500 years, one that experts, scientists, archaeologists, and historians continue to strive to decipher. To this day, explorations within these pyramids have unearthed findings that confirm they were used as tombs by Egypt's ancient rulers. So yes, they did serve as tombs, but was that their only purpose? That remains a question yet unanswered on the Giza Plateau. There are three massive pyramids there, the grandest being Khufu's, also known as the Great Pyramid of Giza. Khafre's pyramid comes next in size, followed by the smaller Pyramid of Menkaure. But what is the rationale behind attributing these monuments to the ancient Egyptian civilization? We call them royal tombs because all three pyramids have revealed burial chambers within, enclosed spaces where individuals were laid to rest, specifically within the pyramids of Khufu and Khafra. Stone coffins, known as sarcophagi, were discovered inside the inner chambers, yet no mummies were found within them. So why is that the case? It had been assumed that, at some point in time, a mummy had been placed there. This assumption gained some support when, in the smallest of the pyramids, an expedition conducted in the year 1837 yielded a discovery. During that exploration, a mummy was indeed uncovered, however. There was an unexpected twist inside this burial chamber. A preserved body was located within the sarcophagus, but this particular sarcophagus came to light only after being dispatched to Britain by ship for extended examination. Tragically, during the voyage, the vessel sank, and with it, Menkaure's sarcophagus was lost to the unexplored depths of the sea. This disappearance left archaeologists with no choice but to deduce that the sarcophagi in the first two pyramids likely once contained mummies as well, possibly taken or destroyed by looters driven by greed for riches. But this raises a deeper question. If all three pyramids served merely as tombs, then why are they filled with such an abundance of hidden elements? Why are there countless enigmas embedded within them? Enigmas that we still strive to uncover today? Some argue that the construction of these pyramids was not human work, but instead the creation of extraterrestrial beings. Others believe they are remnants of an ancient and fragmented global energy network. Their significance lies not only in their massive scale, but also in their extraordinary positioning. The mystery continues with the Pyramids of Giza, which were built thousands of years ago, and yet are aligned precisely with the four cardinal directions: north, south, east, and west. This orientation is so exact that even modern GPS technology would struggle to match it. So the question remains, was this simply a coincidence? Or did it involve hidden knowledge, or the advanced craftsmanship of a civilization long past? For the last 150 years, modern science has only managed to reflect what the pyramids achieved millennia ago. While the structural secrets left many astonished, the true mystery may lie even deeper. On the 15th of March, 2025, a pair of scientists, one French and the other Italian, claimed that by using radar-based technology, they had uncovered a subterranean cavern beneath the pyramids. What they identified was a massive and complex underground system. The technology used is called synthetic aperture radar, commonly abbreviated as SAR. These researchers have applied this advanced method to detect a 2-kilometer long tunnel beneath the Pyramid of Khafra. This vast underground structure could potentially span beneath all three pyramids. According to them, under Khafre's pyramid alone, 8 vertical shafts have been found, each extending down to a depth of 650 meters. It extends far into the core and encircles each of the vertical shafts. A winding staircase was constructed around this formation as well. What is even more astonishing is the fact that 2 enormous underground rooms were built beneath these shafts, each chamber matching the dimensions of 2 full football fields. This is significant, considering that it was originally believed that the pyramids served merely as burial places for pharaohs. Now, the assertions made by these scientists have rewritten history. A global debate has emerged, questioning whether the true intention behind the pyramids was something entirely different. The year 1905 itself did not gain much recognition in historical records, but the inventor Nikola Tesla made a statement that pyramids were designed to stabilize and regulate the Earth's internal energy, and that they were created for the purpose of harnessing that energy. Tesla had also been developing a project aimed at wireless transmission of energy. However, the completion of that project never occurred, as he passed away under mysterious circumstances. And now, this recent so-called discovery has reignited interest in Tesla's theory, providing it with yet another opportunity for revival. But this leads us to a critical question. If such a discovery has truly been made, then where's the supporting evidence? Is radar alone enough? How were underground formations identified using only that technology, especially since this radar system is positioned in outer space, orbiting 400 kilometers above the Earth? It was mounted on an existing satellite platform. To simplify this concept, let's use the example of a conventional radar system. A radar device emits waves downward toward the Earth's surface, which then reflect back after striking different materials or surfaces. These returning signals are captured by the radar receiver. If a signal returns quickly, it indicates that it encountered a structure close to the surface. If the ground is deeper in that location, the signal takes longer to bounce back, allowing scientists to estimate the shapes of objects and their depth. However, there's a challenge. These radar signals cannot pass through solid substances like stone, nor can they penetrate deeply into the earth. Typically, They only travel a few feet below the surface. So the real question is, how were they able to locate structures positioned kilometers beneath two of the pyramids? The answer lies in the work of Corrado Malonga and Filippo, two respected scientists who proposed that they utilized the Earth's own vibrations as their signal source. These vibrations were then processed using a technique referred to as synthetic aperture radar. Earth continuously generates faint vibrations, and this natural energy was harnessed for radar capture. This can also be triggered by powerful gusts of wind, as well as by the movement of heavy traffic within the city. Specifically in Cairo, the gentle movement of water flowing through the Nile River also contributes. These faint vibrations, caused by natural motion, are referred to as micro-movements. They pass through various areas of the Earth, creating distinct signals in the process, much like how tapping an empty container creates a sound that resonates through the surrounding air. If the box is hollow, the sound is different, and when filled, it alters. Similarly, within the Earth, there exist hollow regions or voids, open pockets of space that interrupt the flow. The vibration signals respond differently to these empty areas. Scientists explain that these signal patterns change from one place to another, and by utilizing satellite technology, they managed to record several distinct images of the pyramids over time, capturing their natural vibrations. These vibrations were then processed and analyzed using sophisticated computer software. The program computed and interpreted the vibration patterns, allowing researchers to estimate exactly where, beneath the surface, certain shapes exist and at what depth they can be found. This data was used to construct a three-dimensional model, providing a visual interpretation of the structure, essentially a conceptual depiction of the pyramid's interior. According to the findings, there are 8 vertical shafts below the pyramid, with 2 large hollow chambers situated beneath those shafts. In reality, this underground space appears to be a very extensive, empty cavity. To understand exactly what it is and what lies hidden underneath the pyramids, excavation is necessary to confirm its existence. These bold claims must be supported with proof. Gerardo Malonga and Filippo Beatty have formally requested approval from the Egyptian government to begin digging beneath the pyramids. However, the broader scientific community remains cautious and has partnered with Corrado Malonga and Filippo in their work. Yet, Beatty's assertions have been dismissed by renowned Egyptian archaeologist Zahi Hawass, who insists that such statements are made purely for the purpose of gaining publicity and that there is no truth to them at all. The scientific world argues back, saying, if this technology is capable of identifying structures beneath the massive pyramids of Giza, then why not test its effectiveness in such a location first? We already have partial knowledge of what lies beneath, so this would be the right opportunity to validate the method. There is genuine belief in the potential of this technology, and with that belief comes a strong reason to try. Undoubtedly, the Giza pyramids have fascinated and puzzled countless people throughout history. Just when one mystery seems on the verge of being solved, a brand new question arises to take its place. These monuments stand out for their perfect geometry, especially their precise orientation pointing north. The pyramids of Giza continue to be filled with seemingly endless enigmas. One example is the Great Pyramid of the exact geographical location of Giza is 29.979245.8 north. And what's astonishing is that the speed of light, when measured in meters per second, is 299,792,458 meters per second. Now, how is it possible that both numbers match so precisely? Is it really just a massive coincidence? It's not just the correlation with the speed of light. Even the proportions of the pyramid align perfectly with what's known as the golden ratio. Mathematical patterns have also been discovered, and here's how. One side of the Great Pyramid's base measures 230.4 meters. Divide that by 2, and you get 115.2 meters. Now consider the slope. The inclined length of one side of the pyramid is 186.4 meters. If you take those two measurements and calculate their ratio, that is, 186.4 divided by 115.2, the result comes out to be 1.618. Amazingly, if you Google this number, you'll find that its value is exactly what we call the golden ratio. The golden ratio is a mathematical value that shows up in nature, time and again, in things like flower petals, seashells, and even human facial structures. This golden ratio, also known as divine proportion, was first defined by the Greek mathematician Euclid approximately 2,300 years ago. Later on, this concept was given the name divine proportion, and it was applied again and again across fields like art, nature, and architecture. Today, we refer to this same principle as the golden ratio. But if this golden ratio really does exist in the pyramid's design, what does that imply? Could ancient builders have possessed the value of this ratio 4,500 years ago? That would mean all of this is far from coincidence. Now, if the underground structures reported by the Italian scientists turn out to be real, then our entire understanding of the pyramids might be completely mistaken. The people who built these massive stone monuments may have essentially created artificial mountains above ground, and beneath them lie numerous secrets still hidden from us. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. I'm looking forward to hearing your opinions. This is our channel, and I hope you all will like and share this video as much as possible. I'll see you in the next amazing episode.